Comrades, are you ready? Comrades, let me thank you all on behalf of the leadership of the St. Kitts Nevis Trades and Labour Union and the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party for coming out in such large numbers to this, our annual Labour Day March. Of course, this year's Labour Day March was a special one for the Labour Party as it comes some months after our massive victory at the polls of January the 25th, 2010, when some 12,000, nearly 700 people, brave citizens of our great country, spoke loudly and provided this country with a fourth successive term of a Labour government in office. Let us give 3 cheers to you, the people. Hip, hip! Hip, hip! Hip, hip! Thank you. I therefore take this opportunity to thank all of our comrades, those who are here at home and those who are abroad, for what you have done to secure this massive victory. The leadership of Labour will never take your support for granted, and we solemnly pledge, we do solemnly pledge to do all in our power to improve the quality of life of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Comrades, throughout the campaign, we told you that St. Kitts and Nevis, like the rest of the world, will be facing very serious challenges given the global financial and social environment in which we find ourselves, and that what was required in this beautiful country of ours was capable and experienced hands to lead our country. You need to give yourselves another round of applause for your wise decision to return the experienced and capable Labour Party to government once again. Comrades, those statements were not mere campaign utterances, but they distinguish the very serious times that we are in and what is most necessary if we are to successfully create the type of society that we want for ourselves and for our proud children. We therefore must, as a people, now return to the serious business of developing and advancing this, our great nation. The elections are now over, and from here onwards, we must begin the serious and constructive dialogue on how we are going to grapple with the continuing and varied challenges that we face if we are to maintain the gains that we have made and to further transform this country for the benefit of all. As long as this great nation continues to exist, as it will be for many, many more years to come, our government can never become complacent, and this Labour government in particular must never become satisfied with its record, but continue to work feverishly to advance the lives of our citizens and residents of this country. And that is why today we declare it must not be only a 4th term, but there must be a 5th term. There must be a 6th term. There must be a 7th term. There must be an 8th term. Labour must continue forever in St. Kitts and Nevis. Very early in this term, this government has set out 4 priority areas that will ensure that we continue to propel this our great country forward and upward. This government will focus on these priorities as I now outline to you. Priority number 1, reversing the potentially crippling effects that the increase in violent crime can have on our country, can have on our economy, and can have on our society on the whole. I will continue to emphasize that the whole of this country must play its part in this solution. I commit my government to lead in this fight, but I ask for the hands of every parent, of all of our schools and teachers, of the religious community, of the non-governmental organizations, the business community, and each individual citizen, without exclusion, PAM and Labour, CCM and NRP, to join this great march towards a more peaceful and loving country of ours. I wish today to renew the commitment of this government that tackling crime and violence will continue to remain priority number 1, as we understand that all the strides that we make can be easily reversed if our current state of affairs were to persist. I urge you and every citizen to work hard, to work honestly for what you want. Work honestly to acquire the goods and services that you need to improve yourselves, your families, and stop taking other people's things that don't belong to you. This must come to an end. You can always hide from man, but you cannot hide from God. And one of these days, you will come to reckon with those deeds that are causing us pain and trauma in this land of ours. I urge every law-abiding citizen to be steadfast in your commitment to see a better St. Kitts and Nevis. I urge you to be bold and courageous and not to be imprisoned in our own country by a few who are misguided in the belief that differences can only be settled through violence. Priority number 2, reforming our tax system to ensure that it is supportive of our economic and social agenda. Our local economy has made significant strides. Look how far we have come away from sugar 5 years ago. Look how many new opportunities we have created for our great people in this great country of ours. It was this Labour government who took the very bold decision to take our economy out of sugar and agriculture-based, a sugar agriculture-based economy, into a much more productive, services-based economy. In an effort to deepen the transformation process, your government has set out on a path of tax reform, among other things.